I'd like to call the November 18th, 2025 City of LaPorte Board of Public Works and Safety meeting to order. It is 9 a.m. Jess Boljarek, lead the charge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Member Romine?
Present.
Mayor Dermody?
Present.
Member Kosher is absent. We have a quorum.
Approval of November 4th meeting minutes. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Public comment? I don't believe we.
I don't have anything up yet, Mayor. I'll let you know if we have one.
Clerk Treasurer claims approval.
Sorry to situate. Okay, we have civil city payroll from 11/7 in the amount of $540,688.62.
Make a motion to approve.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Civil city claims in the amount of $548,033.78.
Make a motion to approve.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Sewage claims in the amount of $153,876.72.
Make a motion to approve.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion
And
passes.
water claims in the amount of $350,752.28.
Make a motion to approve.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. New business, Nick Otis, amend settlement.
Yep, I think a month ago now, Board of Works had a proposed settlement agreement that you approved. The homeowner came back with an additional testing that had to be done of just over $400. Working with the clerk treasurer's office and sewer and stormwater, we recommend the inclusion of this additional amount, which would total $8,045.18.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Jerry Jackson.
First item is request to charge. Thank you. Request to charge stormwater fees. This is for the old former Teledyne property. Kind of discovered that we were charging them stormwater fees as if it was an undeveloped property, which is incorrect, like as if it were farm ground. The stormwater fee calculated on its impervious surface, roof and pavement, is $1,028.17. This is kind of a major change, so I thought it'd be good to bring it to the board. And
Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second, discussion. It's definitely not ag ground.
No.
All
We're working through a lot of issues with this property in addition to this
Is
one.
that the charge moving forward, or is that,
Yeah, moving forward.
okay, thank you.
moving forward. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Primary sludge pump quote.
we requested, I've put a summary on the desk. We requested quotes for primary sludge pumps. This was part of our Headworks project. We've decided to take this on in-house. I've got them ordered 1, 2, 3 in the order of pumps that were responsive and the right size. The last 4, or 4 and 5, I included just because we got quotes from the vendors, but they're not the right size, or there's issues with them. So really 1, 2, 3 are the appropriate ones for review. And I'm going to recommend the lowest cost of those 3, the CPEX pump, for $46,171.20. It's very similar to other progressive cavity pumps. They're robust. They run a long time. They're very clean. They don't leak. I called around and we hit this number 2 pump was the one we had in the job that we were going to do, which is almost the same price for the headworks, and we started calling around, and that pump gets pretty good reviews from other treatment plants and other operators. The the one pump, the CPEX, gets better reviews. People like those. They're tough and no trouble. And they're can be maintained in place by our crew, which is important. So I would recommend the number one, the CPEX, or no, I got the wrong, it's the CTR. I got the wrong number on there. CTR, but the price is right, $46,171.20.
So we're
I was going to ask that, Jerry, because the 1 and 5 have the same number on there. So what's the correct number for the?
The CTR
Okay.
is that pump, and that's their maintain in place model.
So do I have a motion to approve the CPEC CTR?
So moved.
Second, discussion, and Jerry, you're comfortable, and I know I appreciate being responsible, but that you can handle doing the work in-house.
We got a good crew. There's some work we'll have to farm out. Some of the electrical work we'll have to farm out, but the mechanical stuff we can do.
Further comment?
Is this one, because you mentioned that the Waste Corp triplex, you guys could maintain, or it's very capable and had good reviews. Do you feel that same way of the CTR?
That's kind of a tough choice between those two pumps. They're both very capable, very good pumps. I think the CPEC CTR has a longer run without maintenance work. I think it's less work. Both of them are great pumps. I think all three, we couldn't go wrong with all three, but I think because of the lower cost and generally good reviews from other operators, Elkhart's just putting these CPEX CTRs in, and they spoke highly of them. I think I'll stand on my number one recommendation.
Further comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Shady Grove.
This one has been one I've been working on for quite a while. The Shady Grove had an agreement with the 39 North Conservancy District. Shady Grove would build a lift station, upgrade an existing one, build some force main and some gravity sewer, and then they would be given sewer capacity in order to build essentially a new mobile home park where the existing one is. The 39 North did not build the capacity in the agreement, in fact, substantially less. The homeowner's been sitting there saying, you know, I had an agreement, I spent my money, I'm not getting anything out of the deal. So we worked on the station some and changed some piping and got the station capacity up to about 45 gallons per minute, a little bit higher than that. So I'm comfortable allocating 12,000 gallons per day, 33 gallons per minute to the trailer park development, the Shady Grove development, which is Shady Grove plus they have a couple of lots that's part of that same parcel that they would develop. There's currently they've been talking about a dollar store on one of those lots. So I'm comfortable giving them that capacity. This is a compromise. It's not as much as their agreement with 39 North said. They're not happy with it, but it's what's available. To get up to full capacity, we're somewhere on the order of $200,000 to $400,000, depending on what we do.
Do we have, so this is to a non-city resident?
It is. It is.
And there's some further discussions. Mr. Phillips and I had discussion last week. This is the mobile home further east of,
It's on 20, right?
Yeah, it's between Springville Road and 20.
it's not,
Yeah, it's east of the one we visited.
okay.
North and east of the one we visited.
There's a larger discussion happening as we speak. And I'm just not sure if what happens if we don't approve this today?
I've been telling them they can't connect, they can't, and so his development sits.
His mobile home park development?
And potentially, we could approve piecemeal, smaller pieces of it, like the dollar store. So there are other options. But
Obviously, it's up to the board what you want to do. You could also have them sign an annexation waiver as a part of this as well.
it's part of the agreement.
Yeah.
I've put it on the letter.
Yep.
The only reason I ask is there's discussion of Mr. Pirelli and the young woman's name, the other developer.
Well, Singh,
No?
not, okay.
Dowdy?
Gowdy.
Yes, Gowdy. Having a meeting to see how we can bring all this together. So,
The only thing pressing on this issue is Mr. Pirelli's interest in progressing with his development that he's, socked some money into and now is setting. So there's nothing on the city side that tips our hand.
are you opposed to tabling this for one meeting?
No.
That doesn't cause any health issues
You'll probably hear from Dave Ambers, but that's about,
regarding,
he's their attorney.
He represents, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, he's their attorney. I kind of thought he'd be here today.
and so,
So we're giving them, or we would allocate 12,000 gallons per day. What is it currently, or,
They're not connected.
so what do they have, or what are they getting from 39 North? or
They
what
they
do
had
have?
they had a contract with 39 North prior to us, the city being involved. And 39 North promised them, what was I don't remember the number.
60 odd gallon a
Yeah.
minute.
And
Yeah.
the system wasn't actually built to service that.
The,
That's a pretty large difference.
Correct.
it is. It was, an error on their engineer's part.
We're trying to
We're
salvage,
trying
we're
to-
trying to work
Right.
within the confines of, and done some improvements, or will do some improvements out there to get them to this. But if again, on our end, this is not as pressing as I think it is the developer. So if you want to table this to have a discussion with the developer and other interested parties,
Craig is shaking his head
Yeah.
yes as well.
I'd like to table that. Do I have a motion to table?
So moved.
Second, further to comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Mayor, I do think Jerry had one more item, an emergency item that we needed
Yeah,
to-
I forgot to get this on the agenda. This is why I was.
You were
gone-
aware of this one, though, Mayor. so-
While I was gone to Purdue, we had the failure of our South Bio Tower
where?
distributor. To Purdue.
That's what I thought you said.
Boiler up. And I had some contact back and forth with the board members about starting the repair because this is crucial for us to be in compliance. So the distributor is in the shop at Ramsey's getting repaired. I'd ask for after the fact approval from the Board of Works for that emergency repair.
Motion to approve?
So moved.
Second, discussion?
If you'll recall, I think you learned about this was the project you were working with the police, right? They brought the drone out, right, to figure out.
Oh,
how
yeah,
to-
yeah, they were
right.
helping us do the inspection and get access to the distributor.
And we've got two of these, but when it goes into the winter, it's important that both of them are running.
Both of them are operating, yes. Yeah, we're marginal for ammonia compliance when winter comes by.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Real quick on this, do you anticipate the other one maybe needing this in the near
We're-
future?
They're the identical units, same age. So typically, things like that fail rather quickly one after the other. When we get this one in operation, which I'm hoping we can do next week, and get the tower back up and running, we're gonna take the other one down and put a camera inside the internal so we can look at it and see what kind of shape it's in.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. Before we go to Andrea, just for member Romine, so you know, with Mr. Pirelli, we're trying to be helpful to him. We met with Mr. Jones, Ken Jones from the engineering firm, and we're working with the state. We're working hopefully with the county to look at a big picture. So we want to help Mr. Pirelli, but we just want to look at the bigger picture.
That makes sense to me as we do it moving forward, so it's a win-win situation and things get done correctly without it coming back on the city and us having to spend, as you said, $200,000 to $400,000.
We
It
have
puts us in
another-
a,
Because we only have so much capacity.
it puts us in a tough position, because there was a previous agreement that wasn't
Disclosed.
yeah, disclosed or lived up to, and now it's our utility, so, yeah, so, and
Right.
I think the big picture is a wise thing to do, looking at it, because there's other parties there who want to develop.
And even though it's outside the city, we also have another total, complete slum mobile homeowner just west of this one that should never be allowed to have a mobile home park ever again, and the states and Ken Jones are working to see these poor people that are having to live in the type of conditions they are right now. We just can't turn our back. So, Andrea Smith.
Good morning, board members. Andrea Smith, HR Director for the City of LaPorte. I was here last year asking for the same request. So each year, the City of LaPorte provides a fitness reimbursement for employees and dependents that are on our insurance. It's up a maximum of $500 per person, and this is a very nice perk that the city offers to the employees. In the past, UMR would be the one that would distribute these checks. When we moved to Anthem, Anthem can no longer do it. So Courtney and I spoke with our broker, Brown & Brown. They found us nonprofit financial solutions. They are going to distribute the checks for the people that produce the correct documentation. They will send them to me. It will be my responsibility to get them out to all employees. Last year, they mailed them to the employees, and we ran into some snags. So it will be my responsibility to get the checks, give them to the employees, and thank them for staying healthy and being part of our fitness reimbursement program.
Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second. Are we adding the $30 per
Yes, Courtney's got that
the-
worked in. Yep, that he's got in
to
there.
the employee, or no?
No, it goes,
No.
no,
The city will pay for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
And I believe last year we paid $50.
We did.
Per
That's
employee.
because he mailed them.
Yeah, okay.
So-
Oh, so
we're-
this is a savings.
Yeah.
It is a
Except that
savings.
you have to do the work.
Yeah, but it's probably better because it turned into a hassle. You know, the check blew out when the mailbox got hit, and, you know, it was,
sure.
it was a mess. So this, I'd rather be in charge of it, and they can sign off on it when they get their checks, so.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Craig Phillips.
Thank you, Board.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm pleased to report that the city has received a preliminary that the city has received a preliminary commitment letter from the state of Indiana for a Ready 2.0 grant in the amount of $1 million for what is called the Advanix Lake Point project. And this request pertains to the subdivision plat that needs to be developed in order to carry out a portion of that project. It's located on 3 sites, one of which is the western roughly 2/3 of Scott Field, the current Scott Field property. Previously, the Board of Works and Parks Boards committed to partnering with Advanix to make that property available. And in order to develop the property in a way that continues the existing development pattern that's currently on Jefferson and Holcomb Streets, Jefferson Avenue and Holcomb, as you can see in the attached packet with the aerials that I've provided and the layout of the proposed development, it's necessary for us to have several variances to setbacks and lot sizes and lot width to basically provide for that needed development pattern. As you can see, you know, basically it looks exactly the same as if it were an extension of the neighboring neighborhood, adjacent neighborhood. So it's necessary for me to come before the Board of Works since the property is owned by the city. I will also be going before the Park Board tomorrow afternoon to request the same. But basically, I'm requesting that we reduce the front setback to 10 feet, the side setback to 0 with a total of 10 feet for both sides combined, So there are some situations where the house would be shifted completely to the side setback, and then the entire 10 feet would be on one side of the house, as shown. The rear setback reduced to 5 feet, and the reduction of the lot size from the required 5,000 square feet to 4,000 square feet, and a reduction of the lot width from the required 50 feet to 40 feet. Again, this is in keeping with the exact same development pattern as what was built in the past along those two adjacent streets. We can't build a majority of, rebuild a majority of the city with our current zoning the way it is. So this happens every time there's a need to do an infill, basically an infill lot development, which is in a situation like this. So I would request approval to submit the application to the Board of Zoning Appeals for the December 9th meeting, and I'm happy to answer any questions you have about this.
Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second, discussion, great. I mean, this is Advantic's project, affordable housing, and you earned a relentless shirt over this, waiting the state out on that $1 million. So thank you. This is going to be a great project, and I think you worked well with the parks. Mr. Schreiber's been supportive of this. So all those in favor?
I got a question, just real
Mr.
quick,
Otis.
because obviously we've got this issue of lot size in a lot of our potential developments.
Yes.
So like the downtown was developed obviously over a period of years, many, many years ago. Did our zoning code come about like after that, like in the 70s or 80s?
No, our zoning code came about most recently in 2011, and again, revisions were made in 2017. So this is a relatively recent.
Got it.
That being said, the ordinance before that had very similar standards. So it's been an issue for decades.
Got it.
Yeah, so we're trying to correct that now. We're currently going through our comprehensive plan process for the city, which will lead to recommendations that will ultimately pave the way for redoing the zoning ordinance to meet the recommendations that are laid out in the comp plan so that we can meet our housing goals in the city.
It sounds like regardless of price, or there's interest in having smaller lot sizes.
Yes.
At all price points, I think, is that?
Yeah, any property of this type in the interior part of the city would run into the same issues, and it would be necessary to give, similar variances to make this happen.
Further comments?
So,
These are single-family cottage-style homes that are going to be going on these lots,
How-
single-story,
what's the square footage?
between 12 and 1,500.
And what are the prices gonna
The
range?
and they're three-bedroom. I don't know the full price off the top of my head. They are going to be low-income housing tax credit properties that receive tax credits, that have already been awarded tax credits by the Indiana Community Development, Indiana Housing and Community Development Authority. So I don't know the exact price points yet. Now that the tax credits have been awarded, they need to be sold on the open market. And then the value of those credits will help determine exactly what that final number looks like in terms of what's made available to potential homeowners. And that'll happen over the course of the next year. So we hope to break ground on this project sometime in 2026.
Great.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Congratulations. and
Thank you.
Thanks for calling me out while I was speaking with Member Romine, too.
It was just a
I don't think
look.
he called you out, as he just stopped. He
paused.
Stopped
respected
and-
your, yeah.
It just took a look.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nick Minnick, Preventative Maintenance.
Microphone.
We have a preventative maintenance agreement with DA Dodd. DA Dodd's been doing a good job helping us keep this building functioning. It's not exactly a new building, so we do have issues time to time with our HVAC system, and I'd recommend approval of this agreement it's in the amount of $77,418.75.
Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Thank you, Nick. Tucker King,
Good morning, all.
good morning.
So in front of you is a pay app request for $95,950 for our ADA sidewalk program to pay the excavating company.
Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second. Discussion. Can you just tell us which ones these are for?
So these were for various ADA improvements that we did around the city, including Rose Street, Scott Street, I Street, corner of 5th and C, and I think 4th Street was the last one. If you don't remember, the contract, that amount was actually around $56,000, but due to site-specific issues that weren't included in our estimate, that price expanded quite a bit. So $95,000 was for the total to repair the road, or repair the sidewalks in a way that was actually accessible in the future.
And it is completed,
Yes, this is completion.
with still a little bit more to go.
I mean, we have quite a bit. This completion for this year's ADA program, we have quite a bit in the future.
All in
And just-
favor?
One moment, sir.
Yeah, and just for the record, so the contract was for less, and normally we're limited in how much we can do over a contract amount. But in this case, what we did was Tucker quoted all of the ADA deficiencies, and then contractor in the field identified the fixes for those. And so the quantities were more. It's a unforeseen field change. It wouldn't be seen as a change of scope, which is what we're limited to. So just wanted to clarify that for the record so that she could have an interminutes. But it's a, unforeseen situation out in the field, not a change in scope that led to the cost increase of the project.
Nick, I assume this happens like on roads too, right? Like you
It
dig them
does.
up and you
Yeah,
realize.
yeah, it's really hard because especially with community crossings, we're kind of limited, but our quantities are never exactly as we program them when it comes to work like this, because you're looking at an asset, but the fix a lot of times is adjusted in the field to make it work well. So.
Further comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes, thank you.
Thank you.
Member Romine, thank you, appreciate.
Thank you.
Clerk Treasurer, any signatures on the way out in my office,
You sure?
or my
Okay.
office right now, real quick?
Okay.
Because we will now move to department head reports. Thank you again for
Yeah, absolutely.
attendance. You have multiple things happening at the same time. Legal,
I was just checking, Mayor, it's a very legal issue. I don't see that you've signed up for the turkey trot yet.
I will be there ready to roll. I will sign up.
There is a sprinting portion that you can sign up for. Yeah, we will, yeah.
Jeff Batchelor, Streets and Code.
Yeah, so we got the tree at Plaza 618 that's going to be going in today, and they're going to decorate it too. We'll also be putting snowflakes up within this week too. Area 2 is where we're picking up leaves at, and that's west of Rose to Monroe, and then all the way over to the other side of Madison. And then we have had some condemnations for just properties that were in bad shape, no water, rubbish, all different types of stuff. There was one in Federal that had a fire, so we had to take and condemn that one too.
And the former Teledyne property, you have moved forward, and you and Chief Snyder are working from the water perspective for lack of,
Yeah, because they don't have the fire suppression system.
and that's required.
That is required, yeah. It's required to be maintained in the condition that it was installed in, and it has been not only not maintained, but it is not operational at this point in time.
Okay.
But real quick, just on that, because I did have some questions about whether it was grandfathered in. They have a water suppression system, and it does not operate.
Correct, yes.
Okay.
So it needs to operate.
It was
Right.
installed, and that is a fire code, that it has to be maintained and operational in the capacity that it was installed. And it is not operational and is not maintained, has not been. Moving into the colder weather also, it is a wet system, which means that it would need heat to maintain it if freezing temperatures occur. There is no heat. There's sides of that building that are missing, which would not be feasible to try to heat it, so.
And is it just the big building or all the little ones out to the side as well?
It's the big one, and it's different parts of the big building. So I think few of the outlying buildings, Tim had some.
Yeah, some of it did. So I think it was a year after they closed, we were called out there multiple times during the winter for the fire system freezing and had some leaks running down the road. So, yeah, we had to address those issues and actually shut it off because there was no heat to the building.
So that will, the full capacity of that will be addressed this week?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Chief Drangmeister.
We have a one-day hiring event for December 6th. Accepted applications as we're a growing department, increasing our roster. Anybody interested in applying, come to the police department or go to the city website to click the link. The one-day hiring event expedites the process. We knock out the physical agility written test, the lie detector test, and the interview all in one day, which used to be a process that took several months and is now been minimized down to a month. So anybody interested or have any questions, want to do a ride-along, reach out to myself or Assistant Chief James Ferguson, and we can arrange that.
Chief Snyder.
Nothing more, Your Honor.
Roscoe, IT. Nothing, sir. Bert Cook. Nothing. LEAP. Andrea Smith, HR. Jess Boljarek, Communications. Mark Schreiber, Parks. And Lapore.
Lepore. So we have a very busy week at the Civic. We got 5 public events going on. Starts tonight with State of the City. I'll let you cover that a little bit more, but that's tonight at the Civic. We have the comprehensive plan, which Craig might be hitting on as well. That open house is Wednesday from 6 to 8 in the lower level. We have Picnic Under the Stars on Friday. This is a gala fundraiser for the LaPorte Park Foundation. Tickets are still available on a limited basis. That's Friday at 6 p.m. And then a big event on Saturday, our 10th annual LaPorte Brew Fest. We have over 3 dozen vendors. We have Wana Pizza there, Neil Alasey doing the music, so it's going to be a great event, a great social event. We hope to get a big crowd out for that. Tickets are available online. You can get that information, event.ontaptickets.com, or they can be purchased at the Civic. And then a special farm and forage market on Sunday from 11 to 3. So a lot going on at the Civic this week. And then also with the ice rink, the first date it'll be open is November 28th. We'll start installation this Saturday, so the lot at the corner of Monroe and State will be closed as of Friday. So we'll be closing it off, so anybody who regularly parks there, just be advised that that will not be available through the end of the possibly through the end of the winter. We'll see how skating goes. But skating starts November 28th with our first free Skate Friday. We're very excited for that. Big weekend after Thanksgiving weekend. We'll be open weekends, except for over Christmas break, we will be open daily. And we'll take it all the way through Winterfest, which is January 23rd through 25th.
Excellent. Thank you, Mark. Craig Phillips, plan.
Yeah, just to build on what Mark said, we are going to be having a public open house, encouraging any members of the public who would like to stop by and give input to the development of the city's comprehensive plan. It's the first comprehensive plan we developed since the mid-90s on our own as a city. So we're going to be discussing everything that's been developed up to this point in the plan in draft form, excluding transportation, which we'll have another open house to discuss with the public. But we just want to encourage the public to stop by the Civic Auditorium in the lower level tomorrow evening from 6 to 8 p.m. to give their input and thoughts on the plan as we continue to develop that going forward.
And is it a stop and go, or is it be there for the 2 hours?
It's an open house, so just, it's a
Okay.
drop-in, it's based on stations. People can walk up and look at boards and participate in that fashion, so.
Thank
and
you.
speak to people that are on hand to discuss the plan.
Tim Warner, Water.
Thank you. Good morning. I got a quick update for the raw water supply line that's making its way through the park right now in Weller. The main installation will be done up until the boat ramp, either later today or tomorrow. Spruce and Weller are getting concrete tomorrow. That's sidewalks, curbs, driveway approaches, wherever they tore up. And then I do have a paving schedule, which I'm sure everybody is interested in. So it looks like Weller, Spruce, and Craven will receive intermediate asphalt course Tuesday of next week. That'd be 11/25. Lakeshore prep will start next week, Monday. And then surface for all work is scheduled for December 1st in that area. And I also received another text about Milestone paving Stevens Road next Wednesday. And that's all I have this morning.
Jerry Jackson, wastewater.
Nothing further.
Nick Minnick, engineering.
Nothing today, thanks.
Courtney Parthune, clerk treasurer. We are adjourned. Have a great day.